ecstatic because people are glad to be out of there. There's normally a big cheer when they take off and a cheer when they land. But it'll also be a period where they're quite tired and it'll start to hit them. They realise they've got to come home. And for some people, that is going to take a few days to get over.
Yes, and for Prince Harry as well, he's already been talking about the press when he's been out in Afghanistan, the world's media here to greet him. Ingrid, what's that going to be like for him?
I think it's the last thing he wants to see as he gets down those aircraft steps, is all of us standing here. But he'll know that he's had an extremely good press, and I think that will make him feel good. And he's going to see his dad and his brother, and then probably go home and have a hot bath, I should think, and a bit of lunch.
And it will have changed him, this, won't it? Do you think he will have grown up in some ways?
I'm sure he's matured. I mean, Harry's 23 years old. This has been an amazing experience for him, so I don't think he could be quite the same person having experienced what he has done and worked alongside his fellow soldiers.
And that was something he wanted to do, Chris. Let's talk a little bit about what he has been doing out in Afghanistan. What can you tell us?
Yeah, well, he's been in a role which is quite exciting. He's been a JTAC, a Joint Tactical Air Controller, so he's been controlling Apache helicopters, some of the most technical pieces of equipment we've got in the British Army. He's also been controlling aircraft and also a lot of the mortar fire and indirect fire, as well as surveillance equipment. He's had a really good spectator seat, if nothing else, to see the whole operational battlefield, and also a greatly important role in it.
And what does that mean for his future career in the Army?
Well, it's a great job he's done, and he's seen a lot of different aspects of the Army. And like any young officer, if I was counselling him as to look around now, he would perhaps see which bits he enjoyed doing and which bits he'd like to do next, because there's loads of different jobs he could do, probably about 20 different jobs now as a different specialisation, and he'll no doubt have a good chat with his senior officers about that.
Let's also talk about it's a big change for him, because he talked about it being in Afghanistan, being allowed to be normal. It all goes back to the pre-normal now, doesn't it?
It was rather sad, I think, that he said it was the one time he felt that he could be really normal was being out in Afghanistan. But no, I think he'll be quite protected now, because he'll after a break he'll go back to army duties, and I don't think he's going to be harassed by the press any more than he will be just perhaps today when he arrives.
OK, thanks both. Thanks very much for that. And just to let you know, Tim, so we are expecting his plane, a delay of about 2 hours. We're expecting it to land here around midday, and Prince Charles and Prince William will be with those families waiting for all those service personnel to get on that flight, to get off that flight from Kandahar.
Louise, many thanks. Louise Mitchin there at RAF. Bryce Norton, we will of course bring you live coverage when Prince Harry returns.